Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. Let's make it a great one. In fact, it's a 3-day weekend in the market. We get the markets closed in the USA on Monday. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 45, NASDAQ down 8, S&P's up 3, gold contract off $5.20, trading at $1,723 an ounce. Silver down 17 cents, trading out at $33.20 an ounce. Copper off 7.5 pennies, trading out at $371.30 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.12, trading at $103.43. Bonds up down 2 ticks at 142.07. King dollar rejected the lows out here today, folks. Got it down to that 79.25 area. Rejected that lower level. Closed out at 79.51. Euro up 16 ticks, trading at 131.47, and the yen at 79.54, up 6 ticks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, what do you have? You have another day, you have another high. Bottom line, you have option expiration. This is pretty amazing, actually. You get option expiration, and they still can't get volume into it. We did close, however, at 1361. You close it at a high, you can go higher. The high, then that's a higher high for the week also. We did 885 million versus 805 million. NYSE, we go over to the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow, same setup of the Dow. You are at 12,949. NASDAQ Composite. Inside the composite, what we have, she is at 2951. And, you know, that little baby had hit a high yesterday. Today was down, well, it was really a flat market. It was down $8. Bottom line, what you do have here is that you only did 1.9 billion also on the NASDAQ Composite. You know, what was interesting, no doubt, folks, and this is where there was some large divergence. When you look at Europe, Europe was not only up prior to our markets, it stayed up, and yet our markets couldn't do it. You had the FTSE up 0.3%. The DAX, however, was up 1 4/10%. If we go over and just take a look at that DAX for a second, what you'll see is that it spiked its highs. That high that we're talking about out there was a 68.29. It spiked that high. It spiked the 68.38 area. We closed out the 68.48. Bottom line, inside the NDX 100, which was given the NDX 100, conniptions out here today was Gilead Science. Gilead Science got absolutely taken apart. And this, you know, it's the structure inside the NDX 100 is a funny type of structure. The NDX 100, folks, it's a modified weighting structure. What ends up happening is that Gilead Science has always been one of these deals that come out of left field, meaning that if it gets strong, that structure, it has a decent weighting inside the NDX, okay? So it can put juice on the way up. Well, today, it basically took the NDX apart. Why? It come down $7.81, and that baby got taken apart with monster volume. 14.8 million shares. We go over and we take a look at Apple. What you have with Apple is this. Now, Apple, you know, Apple is 16.8% of the NDX 100. Apple was just flat out here today. What you do have with Apple is this, if we take this on a weekly basis. You have a high volume high, and you closed at 502.12. So that's closing at a higher high. We'll see if it gets any follow through next week. Apple did hit the price point up there of 525 right into the close, which kind of got interesting with Apple. They certainly didn't sell it off, but what did happen coming into the close is that there was an announcement like 4 minutes before the close here that the Fair Labor Association watchdog monitoring working conditions at Foxconn. This is their quote here, has uncovered tons of issues that need to be addressed at the Foxconn Technology Group in Shenzhen. So we'll see where that shakes and bakes. We go over to the gold contract. We take a look at gold. What we had with gold out here today is that we had a price spread in gold from 1737, that was the high out there. 1718 was the low. We take a look at how the baby was trading. Now, she couldn't hold the 1731 area. What that sets up is that it sets up basically lower price next week. That lower price more than likely is going to go against the sign of strength it had at that 1652 area, which was definitely a sign of strength, not only in the daily, but on a weekly basis. We take a look at the bond market. What bonds have done out here, folks, is this. Bonds rejected lower price today, did it on lighter volume. We did 234,000 contracts. So bottom line is that that baby is saying, you know what? It wants higher price. And that higher price inside the bond market, by the way, gets you all the way up to $1.46. You take out that $1.46 and you take it out with volume, you're talking about a monster ABC up. We go over to the dollar index. What did the dollar do? Bottom line, dollar rejected the low also. Dollar index got down to a price point of 79.25. Rejected that level, closed at 79.52. Also came into that sign of strength from 3 days ago with lighter volume. That's saying the dollar wants to run up to this 82 area. Coming Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, folks, Steve Rhodes and myself, we're going to be in Denver, Colorado, Tuesday night, 6:30 to 9:30. On Wednesday, we're going to be in Spokane, Washington, 6:30 to 9:30. Thursday, San Francisco, 6:30 to 9:30. You want to come to one of those workshops? All the details on our front page of TFNN. Let's go to Brian in Massachusetts. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Let's see. You there, Brian?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Very good, thank you. It's about 50 degrees up here. Awesome.
It's 50 degrees?
Yeah, it's a beautiful, great winter.
That is so cool, man. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Especially after last winter.
Well, you know what's so cool is that it's saving you guys so much money on heat, right? I mean, that's big money up there, man. You're talking about big money heating those houses, I know.
Plus the plows and city and towns in the state. That
is great, man. That is huge.
I'm calling on Gap stores, please. GPS.
Let's take a look at it. We got GPS, the Gap. This is the large international specialty retailer. The low is $15. The high is $23. The PE is $13. They pay approximately a 2% dividend. Okay, so look at this. You got an ABC up. Okay, so do you own it? You're looking to buy it? What are we doing here?
I'm looking to buy it ahead of earnings, I think, on Thursday.
Okay, let's take a look. You get... Okay, so this is done on ABC up. Your A point on this is 15. That 15, folks, goes back to September 9th. Your B point is 20. That's $5. Your C point is 17. It's 22. So I wouldn't be buying it in front of that. You just finished an ABC up.
Okay.
And the structure, the ABC up was $22, and it hit $22.88. Let me bring this back a little. And what happens, folks, is this: when you finish an ABC structure, it's just a normal occurrence, even in a bull, is that you get a retracement. You know, so I wouldn't be biting. I'd let this play out. Now, what you certainly can do when you let it play out, I mean, the way this is set up, this can come back to $19 in a heartbeat, man. You know, so if it comes back, and what you have here, folks, is that you have a gap away. That gap away, the top of that gap away is $19.56. You come back there with lighter volume, man, you can be all over it then.
All right, Greg, do you have time for one more?
Sure.
Valero, VLO.
VLO. I haven't looked at this one for a while. So what's happening inside the petroleum refining business? Okay, so Valero, folks, is one of the largest refiners in the United States. The low's 16, the high's 31. It pays a 2.5% dividend. Okay, so let's bring this back. So put it on a weekly. Okay, so what are you looking at to do here?
I'm just wondering if it seems like it's going back and forth between 20 and 25. It can't break above 25, but the volume seems pretty good on the weekly.
Yeah, no, I get the weekly update. It is. What he's looking at, folks, is this: at $25.55. It's having, and it should have. Well, you get 84 million shares that came down in August. It did the same thing in October, and boy, did this take people to the cleaners. Now watch what this did. This went from $20 to $26 and then gave it up again back to 19. Yeah, don't. I would be biting here, man. This is
okay.
Well, there's a large seller up here, man, and it's right at this level. You know what is really wild?
Have a safe week. Thank you.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too.
What's really wild about this one, folks, is that week of October 28th, when you look at something like that, that was actually pushing on volume. And that's just saying that, you know what, there's a huge seller that is unloading there. Yeah, and see, when you bring it back, you talk about a dead cat bounce. This is an equity that was at 74 bucks, went straight down to $16.70. You had a counter trend bounce up to $30. So, bottom line is that that's an equity you want to stay away from. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We ended out 45. NASDAQ down 8. S&P's up 3. We're going to be right back, folks.